Well, I'm back here at the sawmill this morning and getting ready to saw. And first thing I was going to do is I've got some 2x4s and 2x6s that I was going to trim down to nominal size for the pump shed project. And so what I was going to do was run that through the board edger first. So when I attempted to crank the board edger, the rope pulled out of my hand and broke the shutoff valve to the carburetor. So this isn't the first time that's happened. It's happened before, and I've replaced it about 6 months ago, and it just happened again. So I'm going to show you a little bit on what is the problem with this particular design, I think, and this is what my fix is right now, because I'm not going to go back and buy another carburetor replacement, you know, that has that shutoff switch in there. So hang tight, I'm going to show you what I did here. Okay, so also if you hear some weed eater noise in the background, that's Linda. She's weed eating for me down here along the barn, just trying to do some cleanup work. So this is a Kohler Command Pro 14 horsepower engine that's on my EG100 board edger. And what I'm showing you right now is where the choke and the shutoff valve is for this engine. So basically, this is the piece that broke. It is a handle that is mounted, or actually is part of the shutoff to your fuel supply, to the carburetor. And this handle sticks out like so. So basically, you move that handle over to shut it off, and or I'm sorry, you move it over, to shut it off, and then it's back here when it's in the on position. So the other thing that this does is it has a notch in here that goes over this switch. And let me show you that switch. Back the camera out just a little bit. So there is also a switch that mounts to the top of the carburetor. And so basically, when you're sliding over, you're opening up your fuel supply, this notch pushes down on this switch and engages it. And that is what's going to allow the engine to start. So with this broke, you can't engage that switch. So basically, what I don't like is that plastic knob hangs out, and if you get some compression on this when you're pulling and it pulls back out of your hand, or you let go of it, this handle has the potential to come back and hit that plastic lever and snap it off. So it's just in a bad position, I think, or you need to replace that with a better handle and not use that plastic that's going to break every time that happens. So I can't remember what I paid for the replacement, but I mean, it was pretty sure it was over $100 for sure. And like I said, I just did this about 6 months ago. So what I ended up doing this time is I pulled the switch off of the top of the carburetor, and I'm just hooking up the two wires to it and using some foil tape and putting it over the switch to engage it when I'm ready to run it. And then all I got to do is take the full tape off to disengage the switch, and then I'm using a screwdriver to turn my fuel on and off. So that's what I'm going to do for the time being. I'm not going to spend another $100 and something for a new replacement just for that possibly to happen again the next time I go to use it. So now that I've got this thing running again, I'm going to get to trimming down these boards that I got cut for the pump shed. I'm gonna, like I said, cut them all down to 3.5 inch for 2x4s, 5.5 inches for 2x6s. So now I'm gonna get started running these boards through, getting them trimmed down to the right size, and then after that, hopefully after lunch, get started sawing on the sawmill. Okay, so looks like that little fix is going to work, which is a good thing. I can get to sawing and edging. So I'm going to come back after lunch and finish edging the rest of these boards, get them stacked, and then I've got some pine logs set up over here on the sawmill. Get a new blade put on and saw that up, and hopefully get quite a few 2x4s for framing up the walls for the pump shed. So, okay, I'll be back. Okay, so lunch is over. The boss said get back to work, so here I am. Gonna finish edging these boards, and then we'll get started on the sawmill. Okay, so we got through trimming up the 2x4s and 2x6s, getting them down to nominal size. So I don't know if you could tell in the video, and my battery went dead somewhere in the middle of me doing all that. So I haven't gone back to see what actually you were able to see yet. But as those were getting stripped, I was coming up with some very thin pieces off of those 2x4s and 2x6s. And so what we ended up doing, I was gonna just take it all to the burn pile and burn it. But we thought, well, with firewood, you know, side of things coming here soon, we thought, why not go ahead and just cut these up into some 12-inch, you know, starter strips. This is what we ended up with. We got 13 stacks of firewood starter for, you know, campfires. I'm now getting ready to cut. I've got a blade on the sawmill, and I've got some old pine here that I've had sitting around for a while. I don't know how much good wood is in there, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut into them and see if I've got anything worth salvaging out of these logs. But I've got a lot of pine here to get through. And I don't know, I think I need, you know, maybe around 50, 60 2x4s to frame up my pump shed. And then I've got to also cut out some 2x6s for the joist and the rafters. Okay, so that was just that one pine log, and it actually turned out to be pretty good. I was surprised when I opened it up that it was that good, because it's been sitting there for a little while. So I don't know, I hadn't counted them up, but I've still got 12 and probably about 32 befores is what I got out of that log, plus I got quite a few 2x6s as well. So you know, I've got a lot of pine stacked up back here, so definitely I'm gonna have enough to get everything I need for the pump shed done. But I'm probably gonna call it quits for today, and it's already getting kind of late, so by the time I shut everything down and put everything up, it'll be close to 5 o'clock. So so that's probably gonna do it for this video. If there's anything that you saw that you have questions on, or that we can help you with, please reach out, let me know. Like I said, you know, I don't really keep a whole lot in stock. I just saw for what, you know, sometimes I'm using stuff for projects, and then for what people call me on and need. So you know, I may have some stuff left over from when I'm cutting, so you know, feel free to reach out and see what I've got, you know. And like I said, if I don't have it, tell me what you need and I'll cut it. Right now I do have red oak still cut and stickered, and I have some pine that is cut and stickered. So I've got a few posts, I've got some 1x material. Most of that is in 8-foot and 10-foot lengths on the pine, and the oak I've got some 1 inch, some 1.5 inch, and some 2-inch thick material. I do have a few slabs over there, but I don't know how they're going to turn out. I'm really wanting to plane one and see what it looks like finished. So if I get around to doing that, I'll post that in another video and show you what that looks like. But feel free to reach out if I can help you with your lumber needs, and soon we will be doing some firewood, and I'm trying to get some stuff ready possibly for the spring and summer, if I get my splitter here soon enough. And I'm trying to do some camp wood, so people that are heading to the lakes that looking hopefully for a cheaper option for firewood, I'll have that for you. And then you know, trying to get some firewood ready for the 2026 season, and hopefully I'll have enough dried and ready for that. So I appreciate you joining, and appreciate all of you that have subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, please do that below and click the thumbs up. Let me know you like this video. And I'm really amazed, you know, just within 2 days I had quite a few subscribers, and my first introductory video did well beyond what I was expecting. So thank you all for watching, and hopefully you'll tune back. Okay, we'll see you next time.